My name is Bjorn. I play guitars in Flames.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining me here bright and early at Carolina Rebellion. So it's so early. What can we expect tonight?
Well, we're not going to play tonight. We play at 4 already, so it's going to be sunny and warm. And we got about 30 minutes, so we're going to try to cram in 11 records within that. It's not going to happen, obviously, but yeah.
I'm going to ask how hard it is for you guys to craft this set list.
Yeah, it gets harder every tour we do, actually. So this is a special event, obviously, with a festival. So many great bands here today, so we're just happy to be here, having an opportunity to do this too. Yeah.
Absolutely. So how do you guys approach the festivals different than the arena or club shows?
Mainly, we try to think about the time, obviously, how much time you have, how we can make the most out of it. But we love festivals. It's a chance for us to meet old friends, bands that we've toured with numerous times, and also see the bands that we really dig ourselves. We're going to see Slayer today, for instance, so I'm really looking forward to that.
I heard they're like rock and roll summer camp, or it's like, hey, what's going on?
Oh yeah, no, it's a great opportunity to reach another audience as well. A lot of these people are probably not going to an In Flames show normally, so it's a good way for us to promote ourselves and try to have a good time doing it.
Absolutely. I was going to say, how do you see, do you ever see the social media numbers jump a little bigger, different things, based on the fest? Because there is so much diversity at these festivals.
I think it probably helps out a lot nowadays because there's so many bands touring and it's kind of hard to get people's attention, when you're on your own. On something like this, you have an opportunity, and I guess social media numbers probably bump up a bit.
Yeah.
We're doing pretty good with that already. We're very happy. We have very dedicated people that works with us and that are into the band. So we're lucky that way.
Absolutely. So, I'm sure you guys have witnessed so many changes take place in the music industry over the years. Obviously we just talked about social media being a big one, but which one has had the biggest effect on the band overall? Has anything changed your approach to things?
Well, we were really early when it came to the internet and how to use it. We had a web page super early on. It was the address was this long and had numbers in it and dots and weird signs and stuff, and we had that on our T-shirts when we toured, and we spelled it wrong, so nobody ever found our website. So we did that. Yeah, it was super long, but it was fine. But we were early doing that. We had a homepage and everything early, and then we kind of didn't do anything with it for a couple of years, and we saw other bands using that media as a good platform to reach people, and so we started doing that too. And finally we hired a guy, or a good friend of ours actually, who's good at that stuff, to organize that better. And so now we're in a good place right now when it comes to that social media stuff. And I think that is that changed together with the way people consume music today compared to how they lived it. In a way, you bought a record, you listen to it from start to finish. Nowadays you just look for the good parts, the goodies.
You see more and more bands today, really going the EP route. We'll give them 2 or 3 songs, and we'll do that instead. Because I feel like you said, the attention span to get people to actually listen to a whole album has been
It's very different today. Yeah. No, but we're kind of old school that way. We grew up with the vinyls. We still collect vinyls, most of us.
Happy to see that come back too.
Yeah, that's an amazing thing, but that also kind of not forces, but makes people aware that there's more songs to this group than just that one hit song or whatever. So I think it's an important return, and that's how we approach making a record too.
It sounds snobbish a little bit, but I think when you put vinyl on, it's a more of an appreciation for it, because you do sit down and you have to, the needle goes through and you can't just...
It's a little bit more work,
Absolutely.
You have to earn the music in a way. But at the same time, it has so many benefits too. The sound usually is way better. Also the way you can enjoy artwork, it's a physical thing. Even the smell of it is fucking awesome. So
do you find now that there's more pressure for bands to stay on the road longer? I feel like it's kind of flipped the script. Before, the album would support the tour, and now the tour has to support the album.
It's the whole landscape has changed over the years. We've seen it starting out in early 90s, when people actually still bought records. People really don't today in the same way. So a lot of bands are affected by this, obviously, us included. That means that we have to, in order to be able to do this, you have to tour a little bit more than you used to. then again, it's what we like to do. So for us, it's not a problem. Really not a problem. But it is different. A lot of bands that were, relying on their record sales have to tour more, and that creates a competition out there. And people only have so much money. The audience only have so much money, and they have to choose carefully, or even wait until the last day to decide if they can afford it, or
That's what we're saying. You're seeing bands come back out from the 50s and 60s too just now because they're like, we have to.
Yeah. It's a different scenario, totally different play field line. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. They're gonna knock you out with a tent.
Yeah, that'd be exciting.
Yeah.
First guy thrown out.
So, I mean, how happy are you with the continued feedback from Siren Charms?
What's that?
Your latest album was Siren Charms that came out later last year. How happy are you with the continued feedback from that?
I would sound unappreciative if I said the same. The reaction has been for us the last 15 years almost. We kind of divide our audience every record we do, and it's not an intentional thing. It's just that we want to make our music interesting for us, and we decided really early on that we can't cater to any one audience because you will always be a step behind. It's better to just enjoy what you're doing and try to challenge yourself a bit. And honestly, in my opinion, if you do the music you want to hear yourself, it's easier to stand on stage playing it. You do a record once, but I'm going to play a couple of thousand more live shows. So for me, it's important to like what I play. Otherwise, you'd be a cover band, and we're not that.
Yeah, I mean, I love that you guys are not afraid to go out of the box a little bit and try something new. I mean, even if it does divide fans, sometimes I think the diversity is important.
Yeah, and I can appreciate that and understand the fact that I can be the same way. Only I don't go on the internet and scream about it, But certain bands, they have an evolution that I might not dig that much, but that's just the way it is. And I see it from a band point of view and a songwriter point of view. I totally understand why. I might not like the direction, but that's not my choice. And I just choose to listen to something else then. It's very simple.
So, I mean, what's it like for you now? I mean, you kind of look out from the stage and there's like a sea of cell phone screens and like it used to be a sea of letters up in the air. It's got to look kind of different from your perspective.
Being on stage? Yeah, it is.
Oh, but it looks like from mine.
No, but it's not nothing you ever get used to, or in a being bored kind of way, because every show is different. Every show is different, and especially this is a perfect example of that. Last night we played in Nashville. It was a headline set. We did 16 songs or whatever. Everybody knew who we were. Today we're going to go up on stage, do a 30-minute set. We have no clue what songs to play yet, and we have no idea who's going to be there. So it's so you never get used to it, and that's kind of the exciting part of it. And this is a great opportunity for us to show a very small part of our song collection. So yeah, and seeing yourself on stage, especially filmed, I'd rather not.
I feel like every little nuance is like Cash just like, damn, I missed that.
Yeah. Now we're pretty okay live band, I'd say. So I'm not worried about the actual performance, but sometimes the looks and the moves you do sometimes might be not so cool.
Well, I mean, what does the rest of 2015 look like? Because I know you're hitting the festival circuit here and everything.
Well, we do this tour now. This tour is actually based around the festivals you guys have around here. But they're on the weekends, basically. So what we do is we fill it up with headline shows in between, with all that remains and peripheries with us as well. But after this tour, we go straight into the summer festivals in Europe, and that's going to be a packed summer.
They're a different animal over there. I don't think that we've caught up yet. I just don't.
What was that again?
I said I don't think that we've caught up to the way the European festival circuit is. We're getting there, but not quite.
No, you guys are totally getting there. This is an example of it again. Diverse, huge, staying in the same spot for more than one day, and this is where it needs to be for it to grow, I think. But yeah, summer festivals in Europe, some of them are absolutely amazing. You know, the way they treat the bands, especially the way they treat the audience, making it comfortable for everybody, good camping sites and everything, because it is like a camping trip for many people, you know, and so it. Yeah.
We'll get there one day.
Oh, you should experience Wacken or something like that in Germany, in northern Germany. That's or Rock am Ring or Rocking Park, or even go up to Sweden and see to the Sweden Rock. That one's really good too.
Well, I want to thank you so much for taking a few minutes to speak with me. I appreciate it. We definitely look forward to your set here at Carolina. We'll see you soon.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.